everybody. Litecoin Lawman here. I'm very stoked to be here tonight. I really appreciate all my viewers out there, all my subscribers. I appreciate you guys. I do this for you. I'm here again on this beautiful day. It's December 15th. And it's, things are kind of playing out how I kind of thought they were going to be here. I'm in a pretty heavy cash position right now. Trying to I'm nibbling at this level, but I'm really going to start gulping more at the 10,000 to 14,000 range. Right now I just wanted to go over this. You guys check this, like USDC coin right here and Tether. So these are US dollar peg coins, stable coins they call them. And I want to talk to everybody out there. I really want to get people involved in charting and doing your own research and stuff, because you guys can't believe the news. Okay, you can't believe the news. They're out there and they're feeding into warmongering and other things. So there's a lot of ulterior motives out there, and people like even saying stuff on Twitter and doing the opposite, in their trading. So you can't really trust anybody on the internet, okay, including me. But I am not a financial advisor. I'm a guy out here trying to tell you, the real news out there. So, Tether and USDC coin, how I view this whole thing playing out, you guys, is, there's going to be an event, okay, where either, Binance or, Kraken or some other exchange is going to go down, okay, or something else is going to happen, and they're gonna pull the rug out from underneath people again. So please get your coins onto your own private wallets, you guys. Hardware wallets are the best. So what I think is going to happen, I think Tether, like everybody's been talking about Tether for the longest time, and there's $66 billion involved in Tether. That's a huge amount of money to be covering, and there's like only 4 people that work for Tether. And so there's literally a guy in a back room, like, I feel like he's just shuffling IOUs around, and like, he wants some money, you want some money, here's some money, here's some money, you guys seen that meme? It's pretty funny. But so I think Tether's kind of the next domino in this thing, and it's going to actually flood. This money is going to flood into Ethereum, Bitcoin, probably USDC coin. And I see these ones flipping mainly because the USDC, the foundation of this was kind of created with the US government and Coinbase. And then that guy is now working in the government. So I think there's like the US government is only going to really want one stable coin that is like USDC. They're not going to really want this unbacked Tether, like, even though it's a higher market cap, there's too much shady stuff going on with Tether, you guys. So, if you're in stable coins, I used USDC and not Tether. So I would recommend, getting your coins on your own exchange or off the exchange and onto your own wallets, and then, maybe switching your Tether for USDC, because I think it's a more stable of a project. The depegging of Tether will probably be, the final capitulation of this bear market. So that's a pretty big market cap, you guys. 66 billion is pretty massive. So how do we know things? How do we know anything, right? So these are some chart patterns that I want you guys to just, for the newbies out there, these are the bullish ones on the bottom, and these are kind of more bearish. And you can kind of tell with I always look at the slope of the upper trend line. And if that is like wedging out, these are called wedges. They're not the only bearish patterns. You can see these ones too play out all the time. This inverse head and shoulders. So that is, and then this one is this is actually the inverse, and this is a head and shoulders. So the inverse is the bullish formation, and the bearish formation is this kind of double, triple formation, with the center being higher. The way you trade this is that you trade this on a break of the neckline, and they have it marked right here. The way you trade this is when it breaks that neckline, you enter into a short position, and that's typically a good strategy, as long as you're using appropriate leverage out there. I know this video, I kind of want to get straight into Litecoin, you guys, and I'm sorry there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and I want to keep you guys safe out there. Litecoin is still having, we're actually just had a sell today on the Lux Algo. So you guys be careful out there. This is on the daily. On the weekly, we're still on a buy. Okay, we're still on a buy on the weekly if you zoom out. And Litecoin is one of those coins you can zoom out even to the monthly if you want to, because it's been around so long. So keep that in mind, you guys, on this. I think if anything, all this shakeout and all this debauchery that's out there, I think that it's going to shine a spotlight on how value proof of work coins are, like Bitcoin and Litecoin, to operate purely decentralized. On the Lightning Network allows us to scale to meet world demands of transactions. So keep that in mind, you guys. And also the Dixie right now is actually getting, I wanted to show you this bullish divergence right now on the daily. So we're getting some bullish divergences on the daily for the DXY. And we watch this one because this is basically an inverse correlation. When this thing dumps, Bitcoin pumps typically, and other assets pump. Silver, gold do very well when this falls. But if this basically reverses here, then this is no longer a valid pattern, and this looks more like a bull flag, right? So that's what we don't want to happen here for the dollar, is just to have it go on a rip. I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen here. I don't think we've bottomed out quite yet. The target of this rising wedge, though, is down, down over here. So if this happens, this is great for Bitcoin and everything and Litecoin. But if that reverses, then I can see it could spelling problems. Again, I do kind of think right before the halving, Litecoin's halving, we're gonna come up here to at least this 618 Fibonacci. Sitting, I would probably be conservative and start pulling profits at like 180. If I was a trader, with a full target of like 210. So you guys can play your games with this. We are in a recession, no matter whether or not you believe that or not. It's going to get worse. Keep a strong cash position. This is not financial advice, but be able to buy this dip. It might even go lower. If Bitcoin breaks out of this pattern, then this thing might, capitulate down even to that, like, it would be pretty crazy for Litecoin to hit $30 again, but it's definitely a possibility, with Bitcoin capitulating, with Tether flooding out of Tether and Binance. And if the situations really go down, how, that it's shady, right? Like, you guys, there's smoke before there's fire, and we're seeing smoke. Like, so I would be careful with having your money on exchanges. I use exchanges, so there's we need exchanges out there, but we need legitimate, fractional reserve, non-fractional reserve, basically exchanges that are not just trading out 90% of our money, and then when there's a naked, run on the bank, there's nobody covering these guys, which maybe that's what we change. Like maybe the US government comes in and is like, okay, you can be an exchange. We're going to get your back. You're going to shell out USDC, and, life's going to be groovy, and everybody's going to, it's going to be the dollar, the digital dollar is going to be here. And then, obviously they're going to be friendly towards other cryptos, I believe, except for maybe Tether. So that's, I would say any kind of stable coin out there is basically the government we don't want, another competition for stable coins, even though I guess maybe it's okay because there's other countries out there that have their currency pegged to the dollar. That's how they stabilize, but they buy US treasuries to do that. So, I mean, there is room in the kitchen for all the cooks, but we got to make that kitchen pretty big. So, anyways, you guys, Litecoin Lawton here. I'm not going to really touch base on silver right now. It's kind of, we haven't had a breakout yet in silver, quite yet, of this pattern. I want to show you ETH, you guys, real quick. Okay. If we actually break out of this, then this is basically my prediction on ETH. Like, either we're going to break out now and come up, maybe possibly to that, like, 3,800 range, or basically we're going to go to 300. So that's my two. I know that doesn't really help too much, but either this is a bear flag and we're going to come revisit the bottom of this wedge with everything else, which the target is pretty scary, guys, for ETH. It's like $330. So be careful of that. Definitely be picking up ETH at $300. If that happens again, that would be crazy. But then I have it recovering here, in September, August. So that will be basically above the level we're at now. So crazier things have happened in cryptos. So keep an open mind, and keep a little cash on the reserves right now in case this thing falls out, the bottom falls out, and we have this final capitulation. In a normal cycle, this is normal, you guys. This is still 100% normal 4-year cycle. We usually have an 80 to 85% retracement on Bitcoin. So if you've been in the game a long time, you're still ridiculously up. Okay, we're only at 77%. So 80%, 85%, which is a normal bottom, is at $10,000. So keep that in mind, you guys. We could come visit here. So it'll be an amazing opportunity to view this as not as a catastrophe, but as an opportunity. So here we go, you guys. Here we go. I'm actually excited either way. We're gonna trade it. So you guys, shalom, make good choices. See you later. Bye. Peace.